what makes a really good theatrical belly dance performance is to actually put theatrics in it, just not to make it a regular. Okay, hold on. Okay. To me, what makes a really good theatrical belly dance performance is to actually put theatrics into the performance and not just to make it a basic, I would say maybe belly dance routine. I like seeing really extravagant costuming. I like seeing them playing with the lighting and the staging to have, you know, use whatever they have available to them to make it a really creative atmosphere surrounding their dance, to help them with whatever the story it is that they're telling with that performance. I always like seeing a story being played out. I like seeing the character. I like seeing the character being, you know, shown through their movements, which is not necessarily, doesn't always have to be strictly belly dance throughout. I like seeing theatrical belly dance performances that have movement influences from other dance styles that cater to the character that they're trying to portray, but still is rooted in belly dance, you know, anyway. And also, especially with the costuming, I think they really need to invest a significant amount of thought and time into what they're wearing for a theatrical belly dance performance. I don't want to see just a regular, you know, bedless set. I want to see something that's going to be like, you know, wow, you know, that looks amazing, or that really exemplifies the character that they're trying to do or the story that they're trying to tell, and that sets them apart from anything that's just kind of like a more mainstream type of performance. So definitely I like seeing a story, I like seeing the costuming, I like seeing the use of atmosphere, whether it's through lighting or they bring props with them or something. So something to really make it much more dramatic and, you know, much more much bigger than something that's just considered to be a mainstream performance.
To me, to make a very good theatrical belly dance performance, I think the dancer has to invest a significant amount of time in creating the character. She needs to think about how the character is going to behave in her storyline as she creates her storyline. Think about the movements. Not just generate a regular hip roll, but how would the character develop this hip roll, and how would this character own the hip roll, or the chest lift, or the chest circle, or how, whatever our movements are as we deliver them in the commercial performance, but make them as a character. And of course they have to have a beginning, middle, and end, a climax, and a storyline, but I really feel that for a belly dance performance to become theatrical, the dancer really has to put a significant amount of thought behind the character and the storyline.
I absolutely love doing theatrical shows. It's something that's completely different than my money-making shows. Money-making shows, I'm entertaining, I'm fun, and you usually are dancing in a very small space and you're filling a particular role. When a theatrical performance, I get to decide and I get to own the entire stage. We have this entire platform to create a whole new environment and do whatever I please. It can be a huge, long story or something sweet and romantic. You create the entire environment, from the lighting, the music, the costumes, all these things. You get to craft and design and set. You are in complete control and bringing your audience through a joyous journey with you. So it's so exciting to have that kind of control, and with that amazing opportunity that you get to be on stage, take full advantage. You have an entire stage. You're not confined to a little spot in a restaurant. You have a stage. Own it. When you're planning out the choreography, you get to use that entire space, really chew it up and have an enjoyment of that whole thing. and you get to design a costume that perfectly fits that mood. You know, I always spend more time crafting my theatrical costumes rather than my show ones. My show ones are very commercial, you know that everybody's going to be pleased with it. But a theatrical costume, I had 3D seed beaded daisies all over my costume. It can be so much fun and whimsical, or, you know, some elaborate multi-layered piece that, you know, you would never bother dragging to a show and putting on all of the different accoutrements necessarily. So I love being able to design the costumes. Then you get to have the lighting, and of course, key component with everything is great music. Something that's really going to bring the mood in. If you have a great lighting designer, even better. You can have great lights. You have the costumes. So every little element to a theater production you get to control and deliver to your audience. It's so much fun. If you ever have the opportunity, do it.